I'm Dory, and today I'm going to be answering a question from I Am Groot. I Am Groot would like to know, why do chemical reactions happen? Well, Groot, there is literally an entire 200 plus page book titled Why Chemical Reactions Happen, but I'll do my best to give everyone the basics. First, a chemical reaction happens when atoms bond, break, or rearrange to create a new substance that has different properties. Like when I make muffins, the ingredients in the batter change from a liquid mixture to a solid but fluffy breakfast. Some other examples you may remember from STARBASE would include when materials burn or when they get rusty. Now that we have some examples, why do these things happen? We can narrow it down to two different factors: enthalpy and entropy. Enthalpy is the change in heat in the surrounding area during a chemical reaction. Chemical reactions are most likely to happen if the amount of heat energy in the environment increases. This energy comes from breaking the bonds that hold the ingredients or reactants together. Those connections break and new ones connect the atoms differently to create the products. If the products contain less energy trapped in their bonds, these substances are more stable and the extra energy is released. For example, when we burn firewood, the wood and oxygen in the air are the reactants, and the smoke, water, and ash are the products. If more energy is released by burning a piece of firewood than reassembling it from ashes and smoke, that scenario is more likely to happen. The other piece of the puzzle is entropy, or disorder. The universe tends to favor disorder over order because this spreads out energy more evenly. The more atoms can move around and do random things, the more entropy they contain. A glass of water will have more entropy than a glass of ice. Why? The particles are more free to move around instead of locked into a crystallized structure. If a chemical reaction can produce one big organized molecule or a bunch of smaller ones, it's much more likely to produce lots of smaller ones. This is another reason why a piece of firewood and oxygen burning to create carbon dioxide, water, and ash will happen instead of the opposite. Now, if you wanted to know why reactions happen spontaneously, that is, without additional energy to start them, we have to consider one other variable: the temperature of the environment. Chemists can predict if a reaction will happen on its own based on changes in enthalpy, entropy, and temperature. They do this through calculating something called the Gibbs free energy. If a chemical reaction will release heat, create more disorder, and the temperature is high, chances are it will happen on its own. Why? Well, we already know releasing energy and making more molecules increase the odds. The temperature is also important because the higher the temperature, the faster the reactant molecules move. The more they move, the more likely they will collide with one another at just the right angle and speed to break apart and form new bonds. That's all I have today for chemical reactions. Thank you, I Am Groot, for this question, and stay tuned for more chemistry-related questions in the future. In the meantime, if you have a STEM question, please email it to ask@starbase-ct.com, or you can check out our website, starbase-ct.com, and submit it to us through there. Stay safe and be well. Bye.